I'm from Queensland, so I had to fly down, which was good fun. I got to see Sydney, and I had a face-to-face interview with the course leaders, which was really good because they were able to give me a lot more information about the course than I had found reading on the internet, on the course website. So it was just as informative for me as it was for them. It really felt like a conversation between two people. It wasn't question, answer, it was question, question, question. It was a really nice open discussion, actually. I was really surprised. Also, we had to make something. They gave us a lump of clay and said, make something based on your research that you've already done for the project. Yeah, so I made Stan Winston riding a dinosaur. That was fun. And then, of course, as I went to walk out of the room, I accidentally knocked it off the table and it went splat on the floor, and I went, oh, great. But, you know, here I am.
I'm from Canberra, so I just came up to Sydney. I was terrified. Let me tell you, I didn't actually have everything ready for my interview either. I was doing it the night before in a hotel room, getting things ready. And so I was a little nervous, but I was very confident with my idea. And again, that's what preparing for it means for me. It's being confident in what I was about to show. But it was very casual. It was like a conversation. You're just talking about your work. It's not being heavily judged in this process. They're actually looking at how you think and that potential of creativity, which was amazing because they gave me some critiques on the spot about my design, but it was amazing because I was like, I never thought about that before. I was like, oh, that's a resource I didn't really consider. So, and it's funny being in classes now and realizing that that interview is basically how the classes actually work, and you're out there throwing ideas out there, working on the spot with them, and just, it's a good conversation.
I took like my model box and I brought a whole lot of other artworks that I've done just to show like the work that I've prepared just in the last year or so. And then we went up to like a small room and I just pretty much laid everything on the table, and they walked around, had a look at it. I described kind of the ideas and where the concept came from for my designs, and they asked some questions just to like clarify some things, but it was quite like relaxed and yeah, it was more like a conversation than a kind of interview as such, just like a back and forth like discussion.
I was at the foyer. It was all like a normal day, and I was sort of like, did I choose the wrong day? Because I was like, I don't even know if there's an interview going on. I was like, and then so one of the costume girls from the second year, Sarah, came in and she was like, hi, Christine, blah, 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 I'm here to take you around. And I was like, oh, what is this? Like, it really is like some like personal guide to take you around. It was a really like personalized, special experience. You know, we went around almost the whole building. And so you get a good feel of what you're choosing to be a part of. And I think that's a really important thing, because it's not just you doing your course, it's you doing your course on a bigger scale, on a much bigger scale that is industry, you know. So once we got to the interviews, I did, you know, the nerves started kicking in. But I must say, compared to other interviews, I was a bit more prepared, I think. And sewing is a thing, like sewing is a skill I'm really strong on. So I think to a degree, I had that confidence, but obviously interview for anything, it's like still daunting. So I went in there, yeah, and it's like a panel critique sort of thing. It's like like Annette, Marcia and Rob, and they were just in there, obviously smiling faces, great energy. But you're just like, oh, and then you just talk through a portfolio. Usually me, I started rambling on. For me, it kind of felt like very conversational. It was interview, but not like an assessment, if that makes sense. Whereas I feel like other interviews I've been to feels like an assessment, like you're being assessed, whereas they're just getting to know you, and it's sort of like, it's a much more like humanic way of, I think, getting interviewed, if that's a thing.
Yeah. It's a thing now.
Yes.